Okay, there we go, this way. And fun fact, that's what it is. Usually ours is wherever it is, but fun fact is that it goes on this side. Ours usually is on that side, not gonna lie, but fun fact is it's on this side. Babes, I think it's better we put it on that side. All right, the rest is up to you, babe. I think it's time to get the AirPods out. All right, I've been wearing my AirPods for...
New ones?
No, these are super old. I've been wearing them for like the last hour or so. We're at Lava Pools. This is a great place to bring kids, all right? I believe from 1 year old, but you can check them out. They're friends of ours. Love this little coffee shop slash kids playgrounds. It's basically a playground. There's a playground inside there. Play, you can be out here, in there, whatever you kind of want. I put it up on Instagram on a story once, and people loved it. Somebody was like, where's that place? I'll go, coming with kids. So there it is. At the same time, we just knocked out a meeting. If you're curious, look for them. There's little playgrounds around the neighborhoods of Funchal. So today we're talking about traveling with children. And we're gonna jump in the car, and I'm gonna show you a place that I think is pretty cool to go with a family. Of course, we're kind of knocking at, killing two birds with one stone. So yeah, you can't cheers with water. Let's do it. I never thought, well, actually I did. Everybody knows this is a lot of hard work, but this thing doesn't open. The buttons here stopped working, so I gotta use a key or my broken sunglasses that my daughter's chewed through. So I also need to buy sunglasses. Look at this, on camera. I don't want to waste time. I want to talk about gear. You can cut this. There we go. This is the trials and tribulations. There we are. Functionality. This is what we call the Bugatti. We all know, I'm a new parent, but as parents we know that we have to, feels like we're going camping when we're traveling. So of course we used to, the best thing that you can do is hire a guide, and I'll talk about that later, but we've just arrived at one of my favorite kind of secrets, which is now out on YouTube once again. But I am being very thoughtful on what I put online these days, actually already for a while. But this is a great place to come and chill for a bit, especially if the weather is not good. They are opening and closing times, but if you're coming with a family, you're probably not going to be coming here at those times. But this is a great place. There's some sports courts. There's a little coffee down there. There's a lot of space to walk. So we're going to explore this place. We're going to sit down. We're going to talk about it. How to come to Madeira with kids. That's what we're doing today, because that's what I'm doing. Because we're going to film. So let's get back to work. I asked ChatGPT about this, that I wanted to make a Madeira video speaking about families. And I didn't even get a chance to see the response, right? Because this is like 2 hours ago. But here we go. Intros and hooks, and yeah, we know that stuff. So why Madeira works for families: safe, clean and welcoming. Locals love kids. Restaurants, hotels and tour guides are genuinely family friendly. That's good to know. One tip that I would give as well is that not every restaurant has a child seat. So if you're booking restaurants, you do need to put in a little bit of prep. The best way usually to book a restaurant is to call them. I know there's apps, the Fork and stuff like that. Us in the industry, we don't like those apps, and sometimes those bookings are usually the bookings that, you know, fly under the radar and, you know, where did that booking come from? Usually from these kinds of apps. Everybody likes to be booked directly, of course, including our company, but it's happened to us where we've arrived at some bookings and the Fork, you know, the people are like, oh yeah, did you book by the Fork? And the reservation was kind of somewhere in the cloud. And also I know from restaurant owners that, you know, just a silly little thing like a booking can actually, you know, cost them a little bit of money. So think about it. I'm not here to say where you book or how you book, but there's one of the tips: year-round climate, spring weather all year round means you don't have to time your visit too carefully. That's correct, but as we mentioned in the last video we made, is that's usually in Funchal, in the south coast, in the coastal areas. If you are coming, you know, outside of the spring, the summer, the autumn, the summer is where it's good everywhere, but the rest of the time of the year, you go up into the mountains, it can get significantly colder, and you are with kids. I remember I did a tour with a baby quite a good 6 months ago maybe, and it was cold up there, and obviously they were prepared. So you do have to take that into consideration. Where to stay by family type of preference. Let's see what ChatGPT says. Funchal, best for first timers. I've been saying this forever. It's probably just listening to what I say and ChatGPT's like, you know what? Anyway, easy access to supermarkets, playgrounds, family friendly restaurants and calmer seas. 100% correct. Also great family hotels, Porto Mar, Pestana, Grand, Savoy Palace. Yes, I've always been a hotel person. When I go somewhere, I like to stay in hotels. Again, it's that thing of having someone looking after me and everything being in a system and a place. And I don't like to do all that work when I'm on vacation. I don't like to drive really in a place that I don't know. You know, I have done it before, but I just don't like to because I also drive for a living. So I like hotels. I understand that if you've got 2 or 3 kids, that it might be better to have an Airbnb than to have 2 hotel rooms. So there's options for everyone out there, thankfully. And then the second one is Caleta. Well, actually they talk about Caleta, they talk about Mexico, Santa Cruz, and they're also for adventurous families in Santana. So this whole thing of where to stay, yes, an Airbnb would make sense if you're with a family, and yes, if you're looking for a summer type vacation, you want to be on the southwest side, so you want to be in Caleta, Ponta do Sol, maybe even as far as Ponta do Pargo, but you want to be on the southwest because that's where they've got a lot of really nice Airbnbs with spaces, with swimming pools, because the ones in Funchal usually cost an arm and a leg. They are stunning, most of them. Of course, you know, there's a whole lot, but if you want to kind of pick my brain on that theme, you can check out our Patreon account. There's a free video there. It's a long video. I can't remember how long it is. We actually need to do another one, Andrea. But that video is there about first time in Madeira, and you know, I go through the weather, where to stay, how to create itineraries, where to eat. Everything is in there. All of my thoughts, all of the value that I can give for the first time visitors in Madeira. You can check that out for free. Sign up to Patreon. So link is below. Getting around with Madeira with kids, massive value section, logistics matter. Rent a car is essential. Public transport is limited and a thing for families. Yes, there is the rent a car versus the non-rent a car story. Of course, if you rent a car, you can bring your car seat with you and then you can just stick it in the car, or actually, no, I lie. What we did when we went to Lisbon, we got a car seat from the rent-a-car company. We were only there a couple of days and we were in a remote location because we were going to an event and it was kind of like in the Serra at odd times. So it wasn't a rave, okay, but I don't want to, like, for personal reasons, I don't want to say what it was. So we needed the kind of that car, you know. If I was going there, and before I went there, before I figured out that the place was, you know, a faraway place, I actually wanted to stay somewhere a little bit more central in a hotel and not drive at all, but it wasn't an option for us. So that's kind of where you are. I've never had to take a taxi or an Uber with family, so I actually don't know what that is like. But car seats are legally required. Most car rentals provide them, but bring your own if you care about quality or fit. 100%. Roads are safe and modern. Tunnels make driving quick, which is true. Parking in Funchal can be tight. Choose accommodation with parking included. Yes, parking is scarce. Driving isn't as easy as what it used to be. You know, I'm always the advocate for not driving. Anyway, number 5, top family activities. Wow, there's a lot here. So toddlers and small kids, Kaleta Beach or Mashiko Beach. I would say Mashiko Beach and not Kaleta Beach, because Kaleta Beach, I would say, is more of an adult place, and I don't like to talk about negative things, but I would not go to Kaleta Beach. I would go to Mashiko Beach. I would go to the marina in Kaleta, because there's some great things to do around there, to walk around, but I wouldn't go to the beach. I think Mashiko Beach is really nice for kids to run around in, you know, the fake sand, or Seychelles Beach if you can get there without the crowds. So Parque Santa Catarina in Funchal is also very nice. The cable car and the toboggan ride is also a very good idea. And if you're staying in Funchal and not driving, you can just take a walk there or a taxi there to the cable car, and you can do that whole thing without having a car, without worrying about any of that. For older kids, teens, Levada walks. Levada walks is something I also want to talk about. I very often see people with those backpacks on their back with their baby sticking out the head, doing like dangerous Levada walks. It's not something I would do. In fact, I had a client who told me that she said, oh, when your baby's, you know, growing up, she's going to be on Levada walks, and you know, she won't be because Levadas are dangerous. Any little slip up, any kind of forgetful thing, and something's happened. And those kids that sit just above your head, you know, in my opinion, I'm not that kind of person. I'm not that adventurous. I'm not Jackson Groves, okay? I like the comfort in life, but there are hikes coming. Anyway, those kids are gonna get, you know, well, hopefully not, but they could get, you know, a branch in the face. Yeah, Levada dos 25 fonts, Levada do Rei. I would not say for anything, I would say teens. In fact, on our hikes, we usually don't recommend kids below 15 years old on Levada walks. That's up to you, how you think. And when we get clients that ask, they say that they've got a 12-year-old kid, a 10-year-old kid, and we tell them, we make sure that they say the risk is on you. If they can behave on the hike, then they can go out with us. Go-karting in Fayal, everybody loves go-karting, even adults. Jeep tours, 100% exciting, educational, safe and adventurous, 100%. Portuguese natural swimming pools, also 100%, love it. Rainy days ideas, there's the Madeira Story Center in Funchal, which is nice. The Blandy's Wine Lodge, in case your toddler wants to have a couple of sips of wine. Or shopping at La Vie or Fora Madeira, you know, if you like shopping or your toddler likes shopping as well. I would add the 3D Fun Art Museum. I think that's a very, very cool place to go to. Lava Kids is very cool. There is a place in Lido that's like a kid's place. Do you remember? You won't know the name, Andrea.
It's a Giro.
Giro.
Yes.
Giro. We still haven't been there because our kid's still growing. But Giro is a great place in the Lido promenade that you can go out as well. Number 6, eating out with a family. Let's see if ChatGPT catches this idea of the baby chair. Hey, ChatGPT 5. Portuguese people love kids. Yes, that's 100%. Restaurants are flexible with children even at night. Okay. Portion sizes are big, prices fair, 100%. Try local dishes, espada, bolo do caco, fresh fruits and juices. That's food. That's for another video. Always ask for meia-dose, half portion, saves money and food waste. Yes, 100%. They didn't mention the chairs, so I'm still smarter than ChatGPT, thankfully. Practical tips for parents. All right, here we go. We're on tip number 8. This is almost done, but if you're coming here with a family, you're gonna wanna know this. Bring light jackets, even it can get chilly in the mountains in the summer. Yes, supermarkets sell baby supplies. Yes, pharmacies are everywhere and very helpful. Yes, tap water is drinkable. Travel insurance is always wise. Hospitals are good, but private care is smoother for tourists. The thing is with hospitals and things, and again, I don't want to talk into bad suggestions, but I have found that the government hospital in Madeira with kids is fantastic, right? If for the diehard YouTube fans, you guys saw a video of us going to Andreas' premiere, and I had to leave towards the end for a family emergency, and we were looked after really, really well, and it didn't cost us anything. So travel insurance, I'm not sure on that one. I think if it's an emergency, you'll be okay. If it's not, you're going to spend a couple of hours waiting, which I think is everyone. But for kids, Portuguese people love kids, and that includes the hospital. Practical tips for parents, we've done sunscreen year-round, UV strong, yes. Of course, we just came back from Porto Santo and our baby was sunscreened up. 9, hidden gems for families. Fajado dos Padres, take the cable car down to the organic farm and beach. Yes, and we could probably hike on the way to the beginning from the parking lot. That's another video for us, André. But Fajado dos Padres is one of those places that is full, and I would not drive there. In fact, I'm always trying to talk clients out of it when they're coming with me, because I don't want to park there. Love it, I just don't want to park there. It's a nightmare. Porto de Cruz, I would say yes. Ponta do Sol, I would also say yes. Seychelles, Black Sand Beach, I've already said. And the wrap up. Here is ChatGPT's ending personal warm note. Madeira is one of those rare places where everyone in the family can enjoy themselves. No stress, no chaos, just pure adventure and comfort. If you're planning your trip, check out other videos for hikes, drives and hidden gems. All right, it knows I'm making a video, so yes. And feel free to ask me questions in the comments. Yes, please do that, guys. We are, you know, on a even more personal note, we are planning a whole bunch of great videos. This is a little bit more of a raw style because, you know, I'm playing with the idea. You know, we don't want to be those guys that just puts out Madeira is beautiful, beautiful, look at this, and top tips. And we want some real, you know, value and real kind of, you know, passion here on this YouTube channel. Not just, whatever. Just that, you know, today was a bit of a busy day. So, yes, I think now we can maybe go for a coffee and come up with our own final thoughts. When you come out here, you know, have this nice little walk. Try not to disturb the people. There's fishermen there, so maybe not screaming at loud things to scare away the fish. Hey,
because it works like that.
Let's tell families to not make a noise, right? Anyway, yeah, let's carry on walking. Let's have a water and a coffee and get back to work, because we all have real jobs. Don't bring your kids here, because this thing will just for reference. Hey, for reference. And now it looks like a log. It's like,
bro, that's mad.
Or a cigar.
Yeah.
It looks dead, right? Oh my God, that's crazy.
You might have just found an extinct animal.
Yeah,
What the hell,
under the airport.
Well, that's weird.
Imagine if this is a new species.
There's the ultimate family car over there, an estate BMW. I was never into estate cars until I became a dad. I was like, should I buy an estate car? But no, we're holding up, we're being responsible. We've got a Jeep already. Don't need an estate car when you got a Jeep, right? But now I know why so many people here have estate cars, right? Because there's so many families. Yes, you like it too, eh? So yeah, that's it. I was gonna talk about how nice it is to be driven around. Already sent some messages, already got a reply. Anyway, I don't know if the missus has anything to say, eh? No? Nothing?
Nothing.
What do you think about people coming here with kids? It's fine, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's fine, that's it, I guess. It's all good. So yeah, guys, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't boring or anything. More videos coming soon. I promise much better videos. Just before, earlier, we were having a meeting and checking what's coming out. And if you've got ideas, let us know. And on that bombshell, Emilio? Very nice. Very nice.
You're approved.
He's approved, he got it, eh? He didn't even have to think about it, eh?
You're not fired.
Eh? Yeah. He's doing alright. He's doing alright.
Tinha que ser mais alto,
Anything
com
else?
convicção.
Com alto e convicção. Queres dar? Diz.
Como o André diz.
É. Diz então.
Não. André.
Tu gostas de mandar? Gostas de mandar?
Claro que gosto.
Vai, faz com o exemplo. Vai dizer, let's hit the road. Como dizer?
Let's hit the road!
Hey, yeah,
Exato.
let's hit the road.
Já está.
Já está. Tá, ela que manda os outros a dizer. Vá, diz lá, oh, Emília.
Emílio, então, tem que
Olha
ser mais alto. Com mais vontade, com mais garra.
Outra vez.
Sim, Emílio.
Let's hit the road!
Está melhor? Ainda que não está bom, está melhor.
Outra vez.
Ok, vai, cara.